Okay. Okay. So I think we got everything working. Whoa. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We are on. So yesterday we 5-0'd with this list right here. So today I was thinking that we can either make some changes or we can run it back, but I think I'll run it back at least once, see how things work out, and then we'll take it from there. I'm still liking everything I got here. I still like the one of Tracker, and I think the one of Rex Age at this point is kind of like a staple for the deck. Um, so I don't think I want to change anything right now. I am a little bit iffy on the third spell pierce, and the ballots can also go, but we'll run it through a league and we'll see how things work. But yeah, so far we are 10-0 on stream, so we are unstoppable. But we'll see if we can keep winning or somebody will actually deliver us our fate. Alright, so we choose the Amulet list and we'll hop in there. Sweet. I'm gonna say in the Discord. Sorry, that took a minute, but now we are up and running. Yeah, I sent a message to the Discord inviting people to watch, and then I turned on my computer and it, for whatever reason, it decided to start making updates. So it took a minute or so more than I wish it had. Amazing hand, just nothing to complain about here. This hand is great. It doesn't have a prime time, but it's fine. Even Steerings can potentially find Tolera West anyway. So this hand it's a keep 100% of the time. I'm gonna take this stop right here. Let's see how we go. Wow. Really? This is the third time playing against Affinity in, what is it, like 6 matches? I played 6 matches and 3 of those, like half of those, were literally against Affinity. That's crazy. That's crazy. Pact of Negation is a terrible card for us here, but you know, it is what it is. It's just a bad draw. My opponent says "yup" in the chat. We already got a complainer over there. Oh, this is a nice pickup right here. That's a nice pickup. Unfortunately, we're sending a Titan down there, which is not great for us, but you know, it is what it is. Next turn, if we don't draw, I mean, of course, Titan is our best draw, second bar none, basically. But if we happen to draw any other land, we can hold up. We can, you know, still keep the bounce land in our hand, which is what we want to be doing, and also be able to hold that Pact of Negation. We'll see what my opponent does here. Probably kill the Azusa. Yeah, they always kill her on sight, even though I've gotten my value already, and it just doesn't matter anymore. So that's actually great for us. I don't mind that at all. And we are... basically, they have no pressure at all. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, again, bad draw, but it's like the least bad draw possible, at least. Which is a draw. Like the worst draw would have been like, I don't know, like another Azusa or a Tribe Scout. Those would just be bad. But this one, at least, it allows us to hold that pact. I'm definitely not pacting Ornithopter. What do we got here? Cranial plating. That one I'll let resolve because I'm going to. I will take a bit of damage here, but I'd rather just take the 7. Them gaining 7 is entirely irrelevant. And prime time, no. Steerings. Let's see what we find. Gruel turf. Do I want Gruel turf or do I want? I think I want the second bounce land. Any order is fine. I'm going to bounce the. That was a mistake. I didn't want to show them the blue land. But that was a mistake. I should not have done that. Basically, what I wanted to do is I wanted to use, to show them the land that they saw because of the steerings. But by doing that, now if I actually want to pact something, I am forced to use a counter of the gemstone in my upkeep, which is, of course, less than ideal. Inkmoth activation. Oh, this is good for us. This is real good for us. This gives us a lot of time. I do not want to take this 8 now. That's just a little bit too much. So I'm going to pop the explosives anyway. Which is a little bit unfortunate because now they can have, like second plating or Ravager or whatever on their second main. And that kind of sucks, but I just want to buy as much time as possible because the minute we draw a prime time, we just win. There's not really much they can do at all. You see, Overseer, yeah, I have to pack that now. Which is, it's whatever, it's fine, but it just, sucks. It just sucks. Anyway, paying for pact. Tight. No. Okay. No tight. Okay. Radiant Fountain is blah. This seems like one of those games that we might actually end up losing just because we never saw a Titan. And that speeds up the clock a big deal. I wonder if now I usually Colony Garden is a terrible card against Affinity, and in fact I took the Grulter for the Colony Garden earlier, as you remember. But lists right now have been running like the full playset of Edge Champion of Master of Ethereans. My bad. So that's why I'm wondering if under these circumstances, if it's just better, to just kind of. If it turns Colony Garden into an actual playable card in this matchup, instead of just being a blank, as it usually is. 6, 7, 8, 9. So down 2. If you have a Galvanic Blast, I would appreciate if you don't slow roll me. Yeah, they have it. Okay, fine. We lost game 1. We lose game 1 every single time against Affinity. As you saw, there we go. There was no way we were surviving 2 more turns. But it's fine, like that was a keep like every day. I am never mulling that hand. It was just we got really unlucky. We just didn't see anything. We cantripped a lot and never saw anything valuable. And never even Tracker would have been great there. At least draw a couple of cards, see what happens. But we just saw nothing, which sucked. But well, we'll see. Okay, game 2 now. For game two, again, I like upgrades, I like a return dismember, etc. I took at one prime time because you don't want to have too many big things, and Hornet Queen as a one-off can be pretty amazing sometimes. So I definitely like having this over the over the four prime time, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Whether it's better to have the fourth prime time over the fourth pact. And what I was saying is affinity lists are not running Blood Moon anymore, basically. So before, when Affinity was running one or two Blood Moons in the sideboard, I used to pact is not great against Blood Moon, obviously. So I used to leave in probably like one tracker, or I was even bringing in Rurik because he's easy to cast under Moon and also blocks all of their flyers. The forced attack really sucks, especially if people are running masters. Okay, master is actually a big dude. He can actually basically forces Rurik to chump attack. But besides that, right now the way affinity lists are looking right now, this is the configuration I like. Fire Spout is of course coming in. I totally forgot about that card. We can take out one Azusa, and there we go. That's what I'm gonna be running. And I think this is the exact way we sideboarded yesterday as well. We're on the play. Now we have a super awkward hand. This hand is crazy awkward. Having K return plus way to cast it, it's kind of sweet, so I'm gonna keep it. But this is probably mulligan. Again, we were talking about how the affinity lists are running Master of Ethereum, and yeah, this card is not too good against Master of Ethereum. It's good against everything else in the deck, but against Master of Ethereum specifically, K return is probably not where you wanna be. My opponent has just a classic busted affinity draw. Or if they even holding up Galblast. Crazy. Okay. I'm going to try to play around Spell Pierce if I can, but it is pretty likely that I'm not able to. So we'll see what they do on their turn 2. Another option, of course, is playing Azusa on turn 2. Which we can, by using Vesuva to copy either Blink Moth, we can actually prevent... That's so gross. That's so gross. I didn't know Affinity was playing Damping Sphere too. I mean, honestly, it makes a lot of sense. I don't fault them. It makes a lot of sense for them to be playing that card. But that wrecks us. That's so good right here. Yeah, I'm gonna make basically the only possible play that doesn't involve me Ghost Squattering myself, which of course is not something I'm too excited about doing. Yeah, we saw in both matches that we played yesterday against Affinity, we saw no Damping Spheres. So this catches me off guard. I know Affinity top-aided the last, that Modern GP, the one in Sao Paulo this past weekend, but I didn't actually, stopped for a second to actually, see what the list was running, which I guess I probably should have. Love the attack with the Ornithopter. Great attack, opponent. Great attack. This is such a tilt. Oh, this is such a tilt. I think we've successfully reached Ghost Quarter myself territory. Does my opponent have lethal next turn? I don't think so. This is so bad though. This is awful because I don't think I have a choice. We are really screwed here. Okay, I'm going to go squatter myself, as bad as this feels. That damping sphere really got me bad. Okay, I'm going to play Azusa. And now we can't even cast steerings this turn. This sucks. Ugh. Can't even cast steerings. Yeah. Damn it. Okay. Gonna pass the turn. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. On the plus side, if we manage to draw a Grove of the Burn Willows, or we manage to draw Gemstone Mine, which is, as I always say, the best card in the deck. If we manage to draw any of those, we are in actually great shape. How big is this dude lethal right now? 8. Damn. Wow. That's a lot of damage. Go to 1? Yeesh. Take it. Not much I can do about it. I mean, I guess I'm going to play... So this is interesting. Do I want to have a... I don't think I want to have a blocker. This is irrelevant. So I'm just going to copy the Gruul Turf. Which after we... if we manage to, again, somehow find, you know, be able to upgrade the Damping Sphere. Ugh. Okay. This is potentially a Rex Sage. This is potentially a Reclamation Sage. So, let's think. If we want a Rex Sage, we need to do 1, 2, 3. Rex Sage, kill this. And then we don't have enough mana to do anything. So Rex Sage is not the out. I think we just need to get lucky. I think Rex Sage doesn't get us there. And the only way is for me to actually get a Grove or what's his name? Gemstone Mine off this steerings. One-time dealer. Nope. We got absolutely nothing. We got absolutely nothing. And even if we had the Rex Sage, now that I think of it, we should have had to like totally tap out because of the stupid sphere too. So yeah, Rex Sage was definitely not the play. Okay. It feels like we're really dead. Yep. Give my opponent the GGs. And concede. Womp womp. Sí, Rimaisan, hablo español, soy argentino. Vivo en Los Ángeles igual. Alright. That was a really rough start. We're 0-1. So now I have to update the stream name. No longer undefeated stream. Let's keep it up. There we go. All right, so we're just 10-1 on this stream. That sucks. But well, you know how it is. On the plus side, if we don't do well with this, I've been having a lot of fun playing Legacy. I've been playing mostly this right here. So I kind of would like to give it a whir, Maverick. I've been playing this pile and it's been sweet. I think I played like 12 or 15 leagues with it, and I only didn't cash once. It's surprising to me. This looks like just looks like a stupid pile of cards, but somehow it just wins. It's great. Anyway, back to Amulet. Where is it? Where is it? So, about that match against Affinity, game 2, I don't think there's anything we could have done anyway. I don't think there's any play we could have done that would have changed it. My opponent just had... I didn't think about Damping Sphere while I was sideboarding, but I mean that would have not changed anything. I think that just bringing Spell Pierce against Affinity is just bad. It's a bad idea. It's not worth it. Even when they were running Blood Moons, I would not bring in Spell Pierce because it's just too risky. It's just not worth it. Okay, so this is a mulligan already. This has turn 1 Tribe Scout, but match 1 we had a win that basically we kept a hand that if we draw any kind of any prime time, we just win on the spot, and we just didn't get there. We just got a little bit unlucky, but that's the way it goes. And this hand needs not 1 but 2 bounce lands. Now we can, if we draw, we're on the draw, so if we draw that / Ancient Searings in any of our first 4 draws, we have a turn 4 Titan, so I'm gonna keep it, but this is probably a bad keep anyway. Usually the thing that kind of oh well, hi to the Spanish viewers over there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, when I have a value land, like a land that I can actually take value from, that kind of makes me hedge a little bit towards keeping hands that are on the risky side. But that's that's the way I look at it, at least. So Blooming Marsh. Maybe this guy is playing the list that top 8'd the absent list. I guess this means he has an answer to the turn 1 scout. So let's see it. Show me, opponent. How are you gonna kill my scout? How are you gonna kill my scout? Oh, it's just John. John with Blooming Marsh. That's weird. Alright. This is not bad. Good old Modo, giving you exactly the card that you were looking for. Okay. Just pass the turn. So, I'm going to play the T-West at the end of turn. This is of course a bad play if we draw exactly Gemstone Mine this coming turn. If we draw exactly Gemstone Mine, then it's of course a bad play. But if they don't, then we're good. Sure, dude. They just have mono Thoughtseize over there. But if they're not pressuring me, if they play land Goyf here, then we're in trouble. But if they don't, what? Why on earth would you take the Summoners back there instead of the Primeval Titan? Speaking of, there's pressure. That's an amazing draw. That's like the nuttiest of draws. Because this is what this does. Now, I'm going to play Celestial Sanctuary. I'm going to bounce this. And I'm going to transmute for another bounce land. I'm going to transmute for Semi-Growth Chamber. That was a really, really good draw, obviously. And now, unless they have yet another Thoughtseize, because Liliana doesn't do it, it has to be Thoughtseize. Unless they have another Thoughtseize, we have Titan next turn. And usually against Jund, if you manage to resolve a Titan somehow, it's very easy to win from there. Also of note, they use 2 Thoughtseizes. They usually run 2 or 3 at most. So it's very likely that, whatever discard spell they have left, it's actually it's actually like an Inquisition or something like that, which of course does nothing to prevent prime times. And we made it to 6 mana. Straightforward from here. Also, my opponent was kind enough not to force me to play for Pact, so next turn I will be prime timing again, even through discard spells or whatever they want. I just don't care. Do I want to get? Do I want to get Semi-Growth Chamber, or do I want to get Gruul Turf? Or considering I have a second gemstone in hand, I'm going to get Voda's Garrison. Voda's Garrison and Toleria West. Biggest Squadron Hawk ever. I'm gonna hold the land in case they have Liliana, so I can, you know, pitch this to Liliana. I assume they have Terminate here, though. They have nothing. They just passed on their third turn. On their fourth turn. 3 mana up, do nothing. Sounds good. I will take it. Even without wanting it, we have Liliana protection. So this is funny. It's hilarious. Yeah, I was watching the replay, Benji, and and yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Because both games, you know, the same thing happened. It was hilarious. To be fair, it's true what he said, that, you know, he moved to 5 game 1, and it is true that he was actually, you know. Okay, 1 second. I'll finish my thought right there. Do I want to? They already played land, so I don't need to worry about Ghost Squatter, stuff like that. Do I want to pack this? This opens me up to Terminate. Next turn I can transmute. I have enough mana to Titan again. But do I want to pack this? I think this is possibly like the best card they can have. But I think I just lose too much tempo if I think I'll let this go. The reason for this is if they have a Terminate in hand, I might actually go, you know, get behind, which is not where I want to be. They still don't attack with Bob. That's funny. Okay. And yes, I should have played the Gemstone Mine in the turn. I totally forgot. Don't mind me. So we're transmuting here. Get another Pact. Get another Titan. You know how it is. Summoner's Pact. Primeval Titan. I'm getting rid of this. And now, because I have the bounce land in hand, I'm going to actually get Toleria West plus Kalni Garden. Also, I need to remember that I have the pack that I need to pay for, of course. All right, what do you got, opponent? Wow, this Bob loves my opponent. They took 0 damage over 3 turns with Bob. That's pretty lucky. On the plus side for us, their hand is 2 Shocklands and 1 Unknown. So there's that. End of turn. Yes, I am going to flash in Semi-Growth and get my Toleria West back. Okay, so I'm gonna pay for Pact here. That part is easy. Let's see what we draw. Do I transmute for explosives here? Considering I know my opponent's hand, and that literally the worst card they can have against me right now is Terminate, and that I can counter that terminate. I mean, I just think now. I think I'm going to attack and just like do the old Tribe Scout trick where I just bounce the double strike land Sunhome, and I just don't see myself losing from here. It's just I don't think I can lose this game anymore. Gruul Turf and Sunhome. So I'm gonna bounce this. So if they, what do they have here? Activate treat up. Oh yeah. My opponent is very dead. What I was gonna say is if they don't double block and kind of force me to activate the Sunhome, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transmute and play a primetime post combat. But this is easy mode from here. Yep. I guess their last card in hand could be Lightning Bolt, and that's a really annoying card to have to, really annoying card to have to backed. But whatever, it's fine. I'll take it. They do not have the Lightning Bolt. They have a Thoughtseize. Nice. Oh, Jund. I really thought that Blood Raid was going to make Jund actually really good. And as soon as they unbanned Blood Raid, and I was of course still playing Amulet because I just play Amulet. But I thought that Jund was going to actually become like a rough matchup, that I was going to actually struggle, and that just has not really been the case. The matchup is still good as ever. So, cards that I bring in and cards that I don't. Cards that I do bring in, Abrades. They kill Scavenging Nooses, they kill Dark Confidence, and very important, Jund does play Damping Sphere. So, Abrade is very much a card that I bring in. Cards that I also bring in, Dismember, of course, kills stuff. Baloth makes their Colon's Command Liliana's terrible, etc. Cards that I don't bring in, Tormod's Crypt. Do not bring in Tormod's Crypt against a Tarmogoyf deck. This card is awful against Tarmogoyf decks. Cards that I take out. 2 Tribe Scouts. 4 Amulets. Pretty easy. The idea behind this is they're going to bring in Artifact Destruction. We just make their Angel Grudges really bad. Basically, their only real target is going to be Ballista, and we are going to, more often than not, we're going to be extracting value with this Ballista before they kill it. So that's fine. Tribe Scout dies to bolts, pushes, anything basically. It even dies to Liliana the Last Hope, which is a really annoying card to play against, especially with Hornet Togas. I do leave in a couple because John tends to play Fulminator, and Tribe Scout basically blanks Fulminator. It just turns it into Grey Ogre because they can't just, they just cannot activate it. And yes, and I like to rely on Azusa and Explore as my ramp cards. Okay, what do we got here? We got a Prime Time, some ramp. We have an Ancient Steers, which is great, and we have an answer to either Bob on turn 2 or the other guy, Damping Sphere. So this is a keep. Also, my opponent is playing a discard spell deck. What's up, Ikasi? How's it going? In fact, considering this, I think I'm going to Vesuva copy. I'm going to copy Ravine on turn 1. Just get the tap land out of the way. Just make sure I have red mana, so if they play a Bob here, I can actually, just kill it. And this is like best case scenario for us. We're just ramping completely unimpeded, and we have ancient stirrings, we have multiple red sources, and now we have a simic growth. Even, yeah, I'm gonna take the simic. If we manage to draw like some Asus or something like that, simic is just gonna be much better. We're looking good here. I'm looking good. Damping Sphere. Again, we have the Abrade in hand, so Damping Sphere does literal nothing. Do I want to... I think I want to drop the Simic here. This allows me to, if I want to, I can just... what am I trying to say here? This allows me to transmute, that's what I wanted to say. Wow. If they have Bloodbraid, they cannot play whatever it is that they find. That's awesome. But yeah, so I wonder if like taking the mine there is like we're just basically blanking their Damping Sphere. But I think I want to destroy the Damping Sphere anyway. So I don't think there's that much value in, you know, what's he trying to do here? Damping Sphere, bro. You played something already. Know how your cards work. Alright. This Damping Sphere even gave us some nice tempo. That's nice. I'm going to kill this Sphere though. It's kind of tempting to kill the Bob, but yep. So that happened too. So here I'm going to play the explosives. They know about the force. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play the explosives on 2, but I'm not going to pop it until their end of turn. If they want to grudge it, perfectly fine. It's a 2-for-1. We get we kill their Bob before going out. But what this does, by me holding up the explosives here, if they do have another Damping Sphere or something like that, basically I am able to, you know, either prevent them from playing it, which allows us to prime time next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it prevents them from playing a Tarmogoyf or, you know, any other way of making their clock faster. Even if they don't play anything. Oh, yes, it is possible. Is that better? These are the reveal cards. How's that? Is that better? I'm also going to resize this one because... Nope, that was fine. The other one. This one. Boop. Yeah, so that people can actually see the chat. There you go. All right. So my opponent activates Straight Up Village. That's their turn. I am ecstatic about this. I'm so happy about this. I'm going to take it. We'll see what they do. And if they don't do anything, I'm gonna pop the explosive COT. Thoughtseize. That really sucks. That really sucks. If it were Inquisition, we would have been able to pact. But since it's a Thoughtseize, we're pretty screwed. That's really unfortunate, actually. That they had Thoughtseize exactly on that turn. If we have had the explosives in hand, it would have been much better because we would have. I just wouldn't have used the Abrade last turn. I would have held it and then. Whoa! Whoa! That's amazing. That's awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to let me prime time. That's sweet. I'm going to play the gemstone. Okay. And I'm going to get the usual T-West plus... I think I'm gonna get Gruul Turf here so I can activate Ravine without using a gemstone counter, which might come up later. So they're going to use their turn to Maelstrom Pulse my Titan, which is fine. This is only bad for us if they have Surgical as well. If they have Surgical as well, then okay, nice, GG opponent, you got it. It's fine. It's not even GG. It's just you know, annoying. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm gonna play like this, even if I want to activate Ravine, which now that I drew this, I don't want to. But anyway, I am not going to transmute that turn, no matter what, because I do not want to be, you know, susceptible to Thoughtseize. Now that I drew another Summoner's Pact, now there's not really any way for me to avoid being Thoughtseized. So I might transmute for a second Pact. The only problem with this is, again, I might want to transmute for a Ballista or an Explosives later on. So I'm going to hold it till Air West and see what they do. Thoughtseize again. Well, this is a fun play right here. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done this play right here, but it's very, very satisfying. It's very, very satisfying. And I guess that's yet another reason to not have transmuted last turn. Feels good, man. Feels real good. Feels real good. Scavenging Ooze. So we're paying again for Pact. Let's see what we see. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 available mana. We don't have any amulets. So the question is, option number 1, attack with Veloth, attack with Ravine. And pass the turn, because I'm not able to Titan this turn. Option 2, transmute for Ballista. Ballista on 2. It doesn't even kill the Scavengers. I'm not going to do that one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Stirrings first. Let's see what we find. Maybe we find some value land. We do not find value lands. We just found Gruul Turf and Simic Growth. I think I'm going to take the Simic. Taking the Simic. I'm going to activate Ravine. So red, green, colorless. Activate. I'm going to attack. The Ooze can't block any of these anyway, so we're fine. They took the 8. Okay. Sounds good. I guess they are going to just like drop all their mana into their Ooze next turn, and then I'm just going to prime time them out of the game. There's 1, 2, 3 dudes total. So I think I like my chances. Bounce Gemstone, go. And even if I you know, Even if I don't, if I don't get a prime time, I can just like transmute for explosives and just kill their ooze, and they just have nothing. So 6 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can even activate Ravine and play Baloth and attack with Baloth as well. So yeah, I'm gonna say we're pretty favored this game. Gonna say we're pretty favored. So if they use their mana, then their ooze stays tiny. If they don't use their mana, their ooze grows. But if they do use their mana, their ooze grows. But then they're not deploying other threats. Okay. So yeah, I think this is Eon 2. This is Eon 2 because the only thing they can do is like activate ooze twice, and what that does is it basically puts them to 7. I can still attack with Ravine, attack them for 8. The only way they can stop, they can not die, is basically to double bolt either my Baloth or my Ravine, and if they do that, then they have 0 cards in hand, and I have a Baloth, either a Baloth or a Ravine or whatever, and I still have 1 standing threat and the Ghost Quarter to prevent them from blocking or doing whatever they want next turn. So I think I'm gonna go for it, because I cannot 1, 2, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot do that. I cannot prime time and do that at the same time. I just need to be careful not to tap the wrong colors of mana. So second explosives, and this is why you run 2 explosives in the list, by the way. So green, white, yep, this looks good to me. Blow up both dudes. I don't know what my opponent is tanking about. Yeah, you're gonna eat 2 things. I'm going to attack you with a Ravine. You're gonna die. They can't even bolt the Ravine because it's already a 4/4 because I attacked last turn. So now that they ate the first thing, I just know for a fact that it's lethal, so it's fine. Play Gemstone or Cavern, whatever, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Activate Ravine. And I love that we actually killed them because they played Ravine. This Vesuva became a Ravine on turn 1 and it actually went the distance. That was hilarious. Alright. We're 1-1. Beating Jund pretty handily, I'm gonna say. Next match. So how's everybody doing? You guys chilling? You guys working? What's going on? Is anybody from the Discord checking it out? All right, we got paired. Zodiasek. No idea what this guy plays. Good luck. Ugh. This is the daggers. On the play, I cannot keep this hand. On the draw, I would 100% keep this hand. The difference is that on the draw, we have no land to copy with Vesuva, so we'll come into play untapped as a land that does nothing. If there's an Urborg in play, it can add black mana, but it can't. If we were on the draw, we would be able to copy whatever land it is. It doesn't matter. Whatever the first land they play is. And then we have the potential of a turn 2 kill. Since we're on the play, I just cannot keep this, which is really unfortunate. This hand is somewhat better. All right. Where are you from, Ikasi? Where is it night? All right, we're gonna. Hopefully they are on dredge or something like that, and we have like 7 million Bojuke Bog triggers. That would be funny. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Bog is still pretty good in certain Visions matchups, so there's that. But if we're playing against control... Oh, by the way, my opponent put 2 cards on top. That is troublesome. Kind of feels like they are on some kind of control. So what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to go for the Sweden. Nice. Jeez, it's late over there. Man, I love my favorite thing about Sweden is the prog metal scene. Sweden's prog metal is incredible. Some of my favorite bands are from Sweden. Spell Snare, ugh, daggers. There we go. So I went for the Explore there because I wanted to play around. I just wanted to save my Azusa. Honestly, that was probably incorrect. I was not thinking about this. Are we gonna get Territory Moon? No, we're not. That's lucky. And also lucky is drawing a cavern. Azusa. Oh. Human. Yeah, human. Again, human is the correct thing to name here because it covers both Azusa and it also covers Tireless Tracker. And here I'm going to play Forest and I'm going to play Semi-Growth, bouncing the Cavern of Souls, which I want to protect. I don't want to play the Vesuva yet because if they are on Blue Moon, like I think they might be, then I want to make sure that that the Vesuva can copy my Forest potentially. All right, Jace. Okay, against this deck, against this kind of decks, the way that we lose, it's because they drop a turn 4 Jace or turn 5 Teferi and we are not able to punish. We were lucky there. We were lucky because they didn't have it. So for sure we were lucky right there. But yeah, not having a Titan in hand is just such bad news right now. My opponent played second Steam Vents, so I'm just going to play this Vesuva copying the Forest. I mean, I'd rather be, safe than sorry. Alternative line would have been, bounce Gruul Turf to get a bounce Bojuka Bog, so next turn we can exile everything, but they will probably Snapcaster. I'll probably snap Lightning Bolt. Nope, they don't. They just cycle an Easy Charm, which is fine. This is a sweet card. This is a card I really like. Oh, maybe they are on the Ascension. No, they have Snapcasters. They discarded the Volt. That is Snapcaster. That's an interesting set of discards. Dude, we have not been drawing Titans at all. I guess yesterday we just drew all... We exhausted our luck. And we drew all the Titans. Snapcaster... What are you gonna do? Cycle again? Yeah, they're really digging. They might be on Breach, actually. Just blue-green through the Breach. They might be playing that. It's so unfortunate. Like, we drew the... Yeah, they have it through the Breach. Yeah, there it is. So they already have a Breach in hand. If they have an Emrakul, we're just dead. They have a Breach and probably an Emrakul, it looks like. Yes? No? Yes? No? Yep. They have the Breach. They have the ME. Yeah, we can't win from here. Alright, so yeah, that was again the typical, you know, never see a primetime ever match. Which happens from time to time, which is really unfortunate, but you know, what are you gonna do? Cards I like, Spell Pierce, very much so. Rurik is not amazing, but you know, it kind of gets the job done with just being easy to cast under Moon. Other cards that I like, Pact of Negation for sure. I do like Rex Sage. I probably also want Nature's Claim. They might have Damping Sphere too. Cards that I do not like, Ballista, but I kinda can't side it out. Reason I'm keeping I keep the Ballista in is it kills Snapcaster, which can be randomly relevant. It goes to face, which is relevant quite often actually, and it also kills Planeswalkers. So Ballista, even though it's not a great card, it stays in because it has a lot of value. Then Tribe Scouts are not awesome. I'm gonna shave a couple. And actually we saw they have Snare. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna side out all 3 Explorers instead of that. Because, you know, they actually did something with Snare, so I would assume that they would keep them in. And I just don't want... we have like 3 targets. I don't want to give them a target. This is okay. I'll keep. I'm not happy about it, but I'll keep. This hand needs a bounce land. But just, I mean, having Cavern plus Primetime is just too good to pass. Turn 1, Island. That's not bad, actually. It's not bad for us. The fact that our guy is going to survive another day. Ancient Steerings, and we find... Huh. I think here I'm going to get the Ghost Quarter. The reason for this is it's a proxy for Forest, which unfortunately sometimes, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And it also, I am pretty sure that my opponent must have some amount of like Shattering Spree, some crap like that. So I don't want to rely on Amulet in order to give me my mana sources, basically. I don't want Amulet to be my ramp. I'd much rather have, you know, actual lands do the thing for me. So end of turn, I'm going to... I think I'm going to play Vesuva, copying their island. Sure, I don't care about that. That's fine. I'm going to Vesuva, copy their island. This will allow me to, if I draw something like a... Spell Pierce or the like, I can just cast it without having to, you know, use a gemstone counter. And then here I'm just gonna play Bog and pass. I could play Ballista on 1, but I mean it's gonna be the same next turn. No, you know what? I'm going to play... No. I actually want to hold up Ghost Quarter in case we get Moon this turn. I want to have an out to Moon. It's pretty crazy how desperate we are to play around Blood Moon, that, you know, we have not seen it from our opponent, and we are, you know, it's the card I just totally can't beat, so I have to go like extra lengths to try to to try to get there. Here I'm not playing the Azusa because, you know, my only green source is either this or this, and, you know, I want to play Primetime this turn, so and anyway, Azusa doesn't guarantee a Primetime next turn. That's what I meant. I'm going to name Giant here, and this is a match that we actually are, I don't want to say likely to win, but, you know, I feel like we're over 50% right now. Here I'm going to get Semi-Growth Chamber for sure, because I want some more blue sources, and I'm considering getting double bounce land because I just lost a gemstone mine. I don't think I want to get the island. Nah, I'm just gonna get Tolaria West. It's too risky. If they just double bolt my Titan, I'm dead. So it's just, I'd rather just do this. They did nothing. I guess they have the combo. They just had Breach my plus Titan. Nope, they don't. They don't have a land drop. Well, that's good for us. Nature's Claim. Speaking of draws that, you know, that are not amazing. So I'm going to transmute for a blue pact here. Do they have Stifle Bird? They don't have Stifle Bird, right? Okay. That's fine, I think. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to get blue pact here because I feel like the only way we lose right now is to the combo if they have like double through the reach or something. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to actually play. I can play either the Azusa or the Ballista. I think I'm going to play the Azusa. If they want to bolt it, I'm really happy about that. And if they don't, it has more value next turn where I can bounce multiple things. And I can draw multiple cards. Let's see what they do. I guess they're going to force me to counter their Breach. This Breach I actually need to counter. Yeah, this Breach I actually need to counter. Even if they don't have the Emrakul in hand, this one I actually do need to counter, which is really unfortunate. 2, 5. Okay. Steerings. Let's see bounce land here. Okay. This gives us the red source in order to be able to haste Titan next turn. Now the question is here, what do I bounce? I can bounce Bojuki Bog, which would prevent Snap Cryptic next turn. I can bounce Gemstone to reset it. I think I'm going to bounce and replay Bog to play around, you know, the potential Snap Cryptic. Just get their yard out of here and swing for 1. If they have second breach, you know, it's, you know, it is what it is. We're just dead. They do have second breach. Yep. Okay, can we survive here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. So I am going to sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we draw any untapped land, we play a prime time and we keep playing. Okay? Any untapped land. It's kind of crazy that any untapped land there, it's basically the game, actually. Like, we actually win. We go from losing to winning. Because we can get Radiant Fountain and... But well, it was not meant to be. It was not meant to be. Yeah. I was thinking about claiming my own Ballista to game 4, and then I realized that I don't have any green mana, so that's not a play. Untap land. Jeez, you're killing me here. So lucky nice. My opponent gave me a so lucky nice. What does that mean? Why did my opponent give me a so lucky nice? Nothing play. Like, yeah, dude, like, what is that? What's that supposed to mean? Okay. Any untap land. One more time. Any untap land. You're... Oh! This is so frustrating. Any untap land wins us the game on the spot. Like, this is so frustrating. Untap land. Amulet. Sure. I'll play it. Whatever. If they want to counter it, aberrate it, I don't care. Remand. Oops. Damn it. I F6'd. That was my bad. I should have played the Amulet again. That was my bad. Blood Moon, and I f6 through. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Oh, they just wanted to assert dominance. They already had it. That's hilarious. They just wanted to assert dominance and show me that they also had the Blood Moon, you know? They also had it. That I was not winning that one. Anyway, that was rough. That's an awful, terrible matchup for us anyway. And we were actually unlucky that match. Like, we were actually really unlucky. We spent like 4 turns in our 28 land deck. We spent 5 turns without drawing any ancient stirrings. We didn't draw not even any tap lands. And any tap lands would have done it anyway because they took like 3 or 4 turns to finally do the combo. But well, you know how it is. You know how it is. Emrakul is a cruel mistress. I always thought it was funny that, you know, it's a she. How do they know? How do they know it's a she? But well, so we're getting wrecked this league. We're getting destroyed. We'll see if we can get the 3-2. We'll see if we can get the 3-2, but it's looking not great. It's looking not great for us. Okay. Also don't know what this guy is on. Give them the high and good luck and keep a quite good hand. So here the options are turn 1 Amulet or turn 1 Stirrings. I'm going to turn 1 Amulet because that allows me, if I draw an Azusa, to play it on turn 2. So I'm going to do this because I don't want to use a gemstone counter yet. Next turn is really tricky. We'll see what my opponent is on. If they are on Storm or something like that, I'm just going to play a Naked Tracker. But we'll see what they do. Are they on Burn? Blood Crypt. Smells like Mardu Pyromancer. Nope. Some kind of Death Shadow. Oh, Hollow one. What do I want to do here? I think I'm going to play just a Naked Tracker. I hate this matchup so much. I just really hate the deck. Like the Hollow one deck is just... Woo! Was that a good draw? Was that a good draw? Guys, I don't know if that's a good draw. Was that a good draw? Azusa. And I can actually play Tracker here. I'm going to play Tracker because they are not very likely to be able to, you know, kill it plus do something else of relevance. So I think it's better for me to just play the Tracker here, and next turn I can start attacking. And, you know, just doing the whole value madness engine that is Tracker plus Azusa. Bloodghast is irrelevant. Flamewake Finis is more relevant. But Bloodghast is... I just don't care about Bloodghast. I'll just F6 here. Jeez, that F6 through the... It's nice when you make a misplay like that on Modo, like when you F6 through your turn, you know, when you had a Nature's Claim in hand. But at least my opponent was kind enough to immediately kill me after. So I knew that it was irrelevant. That's an interesting play. Just bolting the Azusa. I guess it makes sense if they want to... if they want to prevent me from ramping, if they think that I don't have a prime time, which they're right, I don't. What do I get here? It's pretty relevant to get the Garul Turf. I mean, it's card advantage, but it's not much more than that. I'm just going to get... Yeah, I'm gonna get the Garul Turf. I'm gonna put this in any order. Going to play the Sun Home. And I'm going to cycle right now. Grow Tracker, this gets him out of... we're 1 mana away from that one. I guess I really stopped my draw engine. That's great for us, that's awesome. Sweet. Alright. What do they got? So second Amulet is sweet because it's just the kill if we manage to what do you mean you F6 IRL? You just like left or something? You went to the bathroom while your opponent was still playing? Okay, let's see what they got. Second Angler, hollow one. One hollow one is fine. Two hollow one is also... it's not as fine. It's a little bit less fine. Okay, prime time. Oh, we're so good. So good at this game. So good at this game. Okay. I think we are fine. No, we're not fine. I actually have to think. Okay, so 6, 7, 8. I cannot double prime time. I don't have enough land drops. I don't have enough mana. I can prime time plus I also I don't think I can double strike either. So I'm doing this. Oh no, because the Sun Home is here, I can double strike actually. So yeah, we're perfectly fine. We're perfectly fine. We're perfectly fine. So this, we play this. Also of note, tracker triggers prevent your amulets from prevents the. What happened there? Oh, I auto yielded to tracker. Tracker triggers prevent the double amulet bug from happening. So that's also a plus. Okay. Borders Garrison, Slayer's Stronghold. You see, because you can actually stack them however you want. So I can do 1, 2, 1. Yeah, they saw the line. All right, that was like the best Burning Inquiry I've ever seen. That was great. That was awesome for us. Awesome. So Baloth, Hornet Queen can be okay. It can also be terrible. Tormod's Crypt is just not good in this matchup. It's just not worth it. Well, I don't think so, honestly. It's my first time playing with Tormod's Crypt. I am not yet used to this card, so I don't know whether they are, really good or really bad. It looks like it should not be good, though. It looks like it should not be good. But I guess I'll bring it in, sure. Cards that are bad, Explosives and Ballista. These cards are terrible. Also, Cavern, we can take out. Abrades come in, Explores. I can probably shave Explore. Dismember, Asusa, Rex Sage, Baloths, Prime Times. Yep. I like this config. Baloth are not amazing, they just basically trade with hollow ones. But, it's kind of like, okay. The gaining for life aspect can be super relevant sometimes. This is a super tricky hand. I mean, I'm going to assume that my opponent has Burning Inquiry because they always have Burning Inquiry on turn 1, so I'm gonna keep it. But this hand is not great. It has a threat and it has a lot of ramp, but that's like way too much ramp. I only want to see 1 or 2 of these guys. I never want to see 3. If they Faithless Student, it's less good for us. Let's see. What is it? Inquiry. You see? Didn't matter. Didn't matter. How many hollow ones? No hollow ones. Wow. I'm definitely going to play Tribe Scout here. I could also play Amulet, but the chances are that if they have to, kill Tribe Scout, they actually have to, spend mana and do things. If they want to kill Amulet, they can, sometimes just like randomly exile it, exile an Ancient Grudge, and it doesn't cost them a card. Killing Sakura Tribe Scout actually costs them a card. And also I have a second Tribe Scout. I do not have a second Amulet. Bloodghast is fine. Gonna bolt this guy. Gonna bolt it. Nope. Just play hollow one. All right. I mean, if we untap, we win. So there's that. If we untap, we win. Now that we have 2 prime times, I am actually going to play the Amulet. Because before, if they were to Thoughtseize me, they are forced to choose between, okay, well, do you want to take the prime time or the Amulet? Now it's very easy. They just choose the Amulet and it's fine. And Thoughtseize is a blank for them now. All right. What do you got, opponents? If they attack, I'm not chomping this turn. This is not a chomping turn. I'm chomping the following turn for sure, though. But I'm taking my 6 here, potentially 8. Yeah, they have some removal for Amulet. It's fine. I'm gonna take it, like I just said. They do have removal for Amulet, but I use their turn, forcing them to Ancient Grudge the Amulet, which is not bad. Does this change my decision? I don't think it does. I think I still want to just flash in the Gemstone Mine here, because if I do draw an Amulet, I still have a prime time. Or Steerings. Alright, Amulet. One time. Nope. This is also fine though. This is also okay. Okay. So I'm going to play the Gruul Turf. Bounce, Gemstone. This means we also have we get a chump and we also get a prime time next turn, so that's good for us. Also of note, playing that Amulet saved us 4 damage, no, 2 damage, because it forced my opponent to not activate the Flamewake Phoenix. So that's also somewhat relevant, I guess. This is a turn that I'm going to chump though. Wow, my opponent's still not activating the Phoenix. Huh. I'm gonna activate Scout, flash in the Gemstone. Take 2. Alright, what's up? What is up? Burning Inquiry here, that would be a beating. Angler is fine. Tasigur. That's also fine, whatever. What is he holding up red mana for? Bolt my Tribe Scout or something? Oh, Adept. Okay. That makes sense. He wants to play the non-hasty threat first. That makes sense. I'm going to play Bounce Gemstone. Okay, so this is 6 mana. This is not enough to haste. So I'm just going to play a Prime Time. And what to get here? I think I'm going to get Colony Bounce Land, bounce the Colony. Oh, I could also bog them. That would be nice. Something like bog. Volcani? Yeah, Volcani sounds good. Yeah, because then, like, the stupid phoenixes are just such a pain in the ass to deal with. And the Colony Garden saves more damage than the Radiant Fountain, so this is fine too. I'm not going to play the land this turn because I want to like, increase my chances if they do Inquiry that I do not discard the Titan. So let's, yeah, you can do all the cycling you want. Let's see what they're gonna do. Flameblade Adept is so good in that deck. It's just so powerful. I mean, it forces me to like, I mean, this guy's gonna make it through. Just cause, you know, I block here, block here, trade, Tasigur dies. But it's like forcing you to like use 2 blockers to block it. It's just so powerful in that deck that is attacking you with big dudes. They did not do anything, so I am going to flash in my Gemstone Mine. And this should be academic from here, because now we're hasting our second prime time, and this is game. Now we gain a bunch of life, we get a bunch of, yeah, they just concede. Gain a bunch of life, we get a bunch of tokens. Alright, 2 and 2. Can we salvage the 3-2? Get our money back, get our sweet chest value, and well, we'll see how it goes. What? How do I? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, sweet, last match. Honesty Dragon. Oh, that's so cool, my opponent, to be honest. Give them the high angle luck, and this hand is pretty sweet. And by pretty sweet, I mean it's playable. It's not insane. On your opener, of course, you know, Tracker is worse than Azusa. Verdant Catacombs. Black green, please. Oh, is this Mardu or Hollow One? Please not Hollow One again. Please not Hollow One again. Oh, Inquisition is fine. I guess this is Mardu. Having our one of Forest, it's a big deal here. Or Forest in our opening hand. I mean, it's actually a 3-off. It's not a 1-off. They get the Tracker, which makes sense. I guess they have an answer for the Tribe Scout. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna jam it anyway. Force them to spend their second turn. Usually the way we lose against this deck is Blood Moon, of course, obviously, or the alternative is what, Jund? Jund again? Okay, that's fine. So I was saying the way we lose against the Mardu Pyromancer deck is because they play a young PCE on turn 2, and it just, you know, it just runs away with the game. Against John, they taking our Tracker is actually annoying. The card is really truly insane in this matchup. Yeah, I agree, but it's just like I haven't seen John in so long, and playing against it twice in the same league, it just feels weird. Ugh. So I don't think they have any targets at all for Rex Age, right? Not game 1. So I think I'm just gonna play it to just blank Inquisition. I'm struggling to find any card that they could be playing, like main deck Bitter Blossom, but I don't care about Bitter Blossom anyway, so it's fine. Oh, they pushed my dude. Well, actually, this guy can get big, right? Oh, they have Bloodbraid. Oh, they have Liliana. Liliana's fine. Gonna pitch the Cavern here. 1, 2. We're so far behind here, though. Azusa would be our best draw. Azusa would be our best draw. Not close. And if that's the case, I think I can even sequence things to prevent them from killing, you know, anything that we do. So we're fine. Oh, they just have the 1 card in hand, so you don't need to play. Yes, yes. What you're saying is right, but their only basic lands are swamps. So their only basic swamps are either swamps or mountains. Mountains you don't really care because you know your Verdant Catacombs is gonna be a mountain under Blood Moon anyway, and it just fetches anything anyway. I guess Verdant Catacombs doesn't fetch Sacred Foundry, so Marsh Flats is a reason to be running, you know, exclusively Marsh Flats instead of. They usually do not run the basic planes. No, because the basic planes literally casts what's his name? Lingering Souls. That's literally the only card that it casts in the main deck. And off the board, it casts Kambal and it casts Wear Tear. And in matches where you want either Kambal or Wear Tear, you usually do not want Blood Moon anyway. Like against KCI, for example, I don't think you leave it Blood Moon. Why is my opponent tanking so much about the Liliana activation? Think it's glitching. Selected but not letting me do anything. Oh, that's why. Interesting. I guess reboot Modo. I mean, it's their clock going down, right? You see my clock going down or yours? Because I'm seeing yours. Yeah. Here it's saying that they chose a card from their hand. Try restarting Modo, and if it doesn't work, file for comp. Yeah, I don't know if we can actually both do this, if we can both file for compensation. I honestly have no idea. Does anybody know whether... I mean, is this because it's my opponent's card, the one that's like bugged, that I can file for compensation or not? I have no idea how it works. Never had to reboot. I'm pretty new. Yeah, just quit and open Modo again. It will start at the same point in the match, but glitches like this sometimes get fixed, sometimes they don't anyway. So yep, opponent has disconnected. They're trying out. Oh yeah, I heard. I'm in the Four Coral Loam Legacy, group on Facebook, and somebody was saying yesterday that they were playing or something, and this exact, like there was some bug with Liliana of the Veil. So I assume that it's something like related to this. There we go. But I don't know. Honestly, I played. No, I didn't play for Cololome yesterday, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean for Cololome, a bunch of people top-aided the Legacy Challenge and stuff. So I don't know if this is like a known bug or anything. Hopefully, my opponent will show up again and they will tell me if they fixed it. Because that, kind of really sucks. I mean, this is the downside of Moto, I guess, right? It has this sweet side that you get to play Magic anytime, whenever you want. I mean, honestly, it helped me a lot, especially playing this deck. Playing Amulet, I went from really bad to decent to pretty good, like really quick, because I was able to play whatever I wanted. Yes, you should most def file for compensation though. Yeah, my opponent said that their bug is still a thing. Get your 12 ticks back from the entry fee. This kind of sucks though. I mean, I know that we were behind, but it's still, I mean, I don't want to concede to their bug card. And at the same time, it's just like, it just feels bad. It just feels bad. So I'm trying to help my opponent here on the main screen of Modo. Can go to help, then go to request reimbursement and fill in the form. Okay. Hopefully they will do this and they will, they will fire for comp, they'll do the thing, and then they will concede and we can move on with our lives. But yeah, this is especially bad streaming experience, so I'm sorry for for you guys that are, having to deal with this. So I don't know what my opponent's gonna do. I guess they will concede, or I don't know. In the meantime, back to the list. I'm honestly still not sure about Tormod's script. To be fair, we have not played against any of the matchups where the card is actually good. We didn't play against Storm, we didn't play against KCI. Okay, sweet. My opponent said that they are going... yeah, they just conceded and we're going to game 2, sweet. So, sideboard plan. We did this earlier. This comes in, this comes in, this comes in, this comes in, this comes in. And these 6 cards come out. This is the exact same thing, the exact configuration we used earlier. What was I saying? Yeah, about Tormod script, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's worth the slot. It might be okay, but I don't know. I'm honestly not sure. Because also against KCI, I assume they are bringing Nature's Claim in anyway. Against Storm, they are bringing in like Repeal and stuff like that. So I guess it just stops them, like it just slows them down. But does it not feel like a winning card anyway? Anyway, we'll submit. Again, Rex Age stays in because of Damping Sphere. Same thing with Abrades. If we were playing against Junk, With white. So absent. People call it, the cool kids call it absent now. Then I would bring in Cosidex Return and or Fire Spout, because it kills Green Flayer, it kills Tiny Uses, and it kills, very importantly, it kills Lingering Souls, which is a big deal. Alright, let's see if we can play a game 2. My opponent is taking their time to sideboard. So, for you guys unfamiliar with Argentinian culture, this right here is not weed, okay? So, this is just a sort of tea, you know, kind of like a coffee replacement that Argentinians drink all the time. And I am a big fan of it. Don't want to say I'm addicted, but kind of. The sand is reasonable. I'll keep. And yes, so you guys will see me drinking, so sorry about that, but it's a good time. I encourage you to try it out. It's called mate, like mate, M-A-T-E. So just sharing a little bit of culture, you know. They took the steerings, and we draw a second explosive, sure. I think I'm going to preemptively play these explosives on 2. Oh, they play a Bob, so even more of a reason play explosives on 2. Explore would be a really good draw. Does that change things? I don't think it does. Just going to slow them down a little bit. Maybe force an Ancient Grudge or a Call Against Command or something. But that's fine. Inquisition. Ugh. It kinda sucks that we drew this. I wonder if I should just like... No, I'm going to bounce it anyway. Never mind. I didn't say anything. We're fine. Okay. Grudge this. Maelstrom Pulse. That's so much better. If they had like Grudge plus Inquisition, that would have been pretty bad for me actually. So we're gonna do the same thing again. Explosives numero 2. Bouncing Gemstone and pass. Liliana of the Veil. That's actually kind of annoying. I really want to stop their Bob though. So we'll see what we draw, but depending on what we draw, we might have a very tricky decision here. Ah, daggers. Ah, Fulminator is so good right there. Fulminator is so freaking good right there. Ah. I guess we could have played around it by just not playing, but we had 2 bounce lands in hand. There's no way we're not playing. We're playing around it, and it's so like these last 2 turns have been so bad for us. Tracker is actually pretty bad for us. We already used both. I'm going to play around another potential Fulminator. These last 2 turns were so bad for us. Their hand was really good. Their hand was really, really good. So I guess this coming turn I'm going to Vesuva, Copy Fountain, and I'm just gonna try to buy time, you know. But there's Liliana though. I don't think I can. Yeah, I think I just have to play into like. I need to use the bounce lands as card advantage. Because otherwise this stupid Liliana is going to kill me. Goif plus Lily. That's not a bad draw at all, though. That's not a bad draw. Okay, do I play around second Fulminator? I think I'm going to. Going to try to buy as much time as possible and try to make it to. So far, I'm able to, you know, play around Fulminator to some extent. Hopefully, they like Lily Plus, so they K command us or something like that. That would be like the best case scenario. It's looking bad for us though. We just didn't see any ramp whatsoever. Oh, my opponent must not be playing Liliana because they are afraid of the bug again. Is that why? This is a freaking 2-turn clock. I'm in real bad shape. This tracker is annihilating me. There we go. Wow. I'm just DOB, right? Just sit on board. Alright, GG's. Double Fulminator, Bob. Liliana, tracker gets there. That's the kind of games we lose against Jund. So don't want to change anything. I know they have trackers, so I want that raid even more than before. Anything that I want to change? I don't think there's anything. I still want my Bellots, still want my dudes. The only thing is, does the presence of Fulminator mean that they do not have Damping Sphere? Is that a thing? Should I bring in like another Tribe Scout instead of Rex Sage? Because also Tribe Scout is really good at playing around Fulminator. Yeah, I'm gonna try it like this. We'll see what happens. On the play also, there's a much higher incentive for me to want to play Tribe Scouts. All right. 3-2, one time. 3-2. Okay, let's go. Unkeepable hand, next. Much better hand. Keep. Much better hand. Here, even though... I mean, we want bounce lands with this hand. When I bottom that... Even though they have Fulminators and everything, we... Like, on a mulligan, we really need the card advantage that... We just need to get lucky. We need to hope that they don't have Fulminator on turn 3. Which they are very likely to. But, you know, not much I can do. Yep, Inquisition, of course. Man, our first Jund opponent was much nicer than this one. This one is just demolishing us. Okay. Alright, opponent. What you got for me? Best case scenario. Well, I was gonna say they play a Bob, but that's not what's going on apparently. I'm gonna take the second Steerings. It's the best card in my hand by a lot. So this is tricky. Do I want to... I'm going to play the T-West, but what I'm thinking is, do I want to play Azusa too? Basically what I'm trying to say is, do I hold up a Braid to kill whatever they kill, to whatever they play, or do I risk a Braid getting discarded to a Liliana or whatever else? And I think there's more value in me playing the Azusa than anything else. So I'm gonna do this. I just hope for the best. From this point, Bounce Land is again our best draw. They do have the Liliana. They are plussing. And that's a good plus. My opponent was correct to plus there. We were also quite lucky to draw a Ballista. But now I attack Liliana. And now I'm going to do this. I am not going to activate the Ballista yet. If they want to plus to bring the Lily loyalty up, I'm okay with that. If they want to minus, I will just suck the Azusa. And the Ballista makes... Yep. Ballista makes the Lily just, you know, just kills it. Alright. They have a Terminate. So I'm going to kill this. And I'm going to ping them for 1. Alright. Good old top deck war against Jund. Good old top deck war against Jund. Now if they have a Bob here, I should just quit. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I'm gonna play this obviously because, you know, I want to play around potential Lilianas, I want to play around potential blah blahs, and also it's it gives me 6 mana to cast Primetime, so I'm obviously playing that. Scavenging Boost. Alright. We have entered the... If we draw a Primetime, we win. If we don't, we lose phase of the game. I guess Explosives would also be really good. What else? Ooze. Explosives would be really good. What else would be good? Hornet Queen, please no. Second, wow, Explosives, 1 time. Or Prime Time, that's also pretty good. I'll take it. I will take it. That's awesome. Okay. So here we have the... we have Bausan, Tolaria was already in play. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get Kalni. And I'm going to get Simic. And I'm going to bounce Kalni and replay it. Because I want to play against... I want to play around... I think it's better for us to play around Edict effects. And, you know, hope to draw a bounce land than they drawing a K command or something like that and really getting us. So I'm going to do this and just hope they don't draw, like, immediately after this they draw a Monster Impulse or something like that. I just need to stay alive here. It would be nice if I could bounce the Tolaria West and hold it in hand, but I just don't think it's as reasonable. Alright, Bobs, help me! They have only one more dude. They drew a Tarmo, which is fine. They drew an Inquisition, which is perfectly fine. And they have a mystery card. Can their mystery card deal with a Primeval Titan? Tarmogoyf, yep. Fulminator Mage. Okay. Wow, then them not blowing up my things is really nice. Okay. So here, what do I do? I kind of do not want to give them more turns, but I don't think I can't. I can do everything I want this turn. So what I want is to transmute for explosives and put it on 2 and blow it up, obviously. So what this would, I am 1 mana short of doing that. Because of that, if I attack, my opponent double blocks with Tarmo plus Ooze, and basically my primetime trades with a Tarmogoyf. Or I can attack, get Vesuva, copy Bojukebog, exile my graveyard, and then their Tarmogoyf a 0/1, and if they want to trade with my primetime, they actually need to put Ooze and Bob or Fulminator in front of him. So I like that a lot. We didn't discard Vesuva, right? No. Vesuva should still be in the deck. So I'm gonna do this. Primeval Titan attack. Yes, I'm gonna get Vesuva, copy Ojukebog, and I'm gonna get a bounce land, and the bounce land is gonna bounce my Tolaria West. Vesuva, copy Bog. Vesuva, copy Bog. That's funny. That's fun to say. I'm gonna bounce it Tolaria West, and now I can actually play around multiple. No, I can actually play around 1 discard spell basically, because I can just hold the Radiant Fountain in my hand and just, you know, just discard it to potential Liliana or K-Command. So this is fine. So now my primetime actually trades with Ooze plus Bob plus Fulminator, or, you know, some combination of the above. Which I think leaves us in a pretty good spot, considering we have another one. They didn't blow up my T-West when they could. Oh! I think I kind of messed up here. If this is the block they go for, I'm in a really good spot. But I really messed this one up. Because what they could do is they could Fulminator before blocks, Fulminator my, you know, whatever land. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually great for me because it forces them, if they want to trade with primetime, they cannot fulminate me. So yeah, I'm very okay with this. I am very, very okay with this. I know they have an Inquisition in hand, so I'm not going to transmute this turn. And like I said, I'm going to hold up the Radiant Fountain to play around, you know, potential things and stuff. But we should have a prime time next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacking. We should have an attacking Titan next turn. Yes, if they knew what I was gonna do, it's definitely, my attack only makes sense if my opponent doesn't destroy the bog before that. But if they do, they have to do that before I actually choose what the Vesuva is gonna copy. So if that's the case, then I'm just going to get 2 other lands and guarantee, instead of getting the lands that I did get, what I would do is I would just get, I'm not gonna block here, I'll take the 3. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get another Tolaria West and another bounce land. But yes, if my opponents knew like the deck really well, you see Inquisition Fizzles, I think from here we just win. And I know their hand is Ravine plus something else.
Another Bob, yeah. Okay, so they have no cards in hand, and I have an attack in prime time this turn. Haha! Or I can just draw that, which is also fine. No big deal. No, yes, that's fine. So one, I want to hold up the white mana, and I'm gonna get bounce land plus Slayer Stronghold. Play play Stronghold for turn. Attack with Titan, and the game is over. Slayer's Stronghold. Of note, I could have also done this even without having top deck the Titan, just the Tolaria West by itself. Enable me, you see I have 3 spare mana that I didn't use. So I could have just transmuted for a prime time and do it, but it is of course much better to just, you know, naturally draw it. And we managed to secure the 3-2. It kind of sucks that game 1, it was looking rough for us, but it's just, if we draw a single Azusa or a single Pact, it changes 180 degrees. Like, we actually go from losing to winning immediately. What do I want to get here? I probably want to get more stuff. Yeah, something like this. Also, my opponent attacked with a 1/2 Tarmogoyf instead of Inquisition in, you know, main phase, which would allow him to attack for 2. So they missed. They missed 1 damage for no reason whatsoever. Woo, no blocks. Well, Bobs have been so good for my opponent that it makes sense for them to, you know, just want to get lucky. And Bob one time. That lag, I think, feels like they're dead. Yep, Blood Red Oath. Alright, 3-2. GG's. My opponent, it was indeed an honest dragon. He was a cool guy. But yeah, Jaundice overall, again, I think overall Jaundice is a pretty good matchup. So whenever I see Raging Ravi on turn 1, I'm pretty happy about it. But yeah, so there's that. I'm honestly still not familiar with the new Modo meta. It's weird. It's like KCI just does not exist in Modo, which makes sense because it's so hard to like actually execute the combo and stuff. That it's understandable that people don't really want to play that deck. It's just so many clicks. But the deck is just so absurd. If Mox Opals weren't as expensive as they are, that's definitely my type of deck right there. But well, Old Faithful is still as good as ever. In the matchups we played against Affinity, we played against Jaunt twice, we played against Blue-Red Breach with Blood Moons and stuff, and we also played against Hollow One. In those matchups, against Jaunt, Tracker is actually good. Against all the other ones, I would rather have Explorer over Tracker. The thing I like about having, you know, the one-off flex slot is that when it's insane, like against John, it's, you know, it's really nice to have it game 1. But when it's not great, it's, you know, it's still not a dead card. It's just a not so good card. And what it does is it allows you to sideboard way more easily, because you always have like one slot that is very very interchangeable. So I really enjoy that about having, you know, the one-off main deck card. And again, with a card like Tracker, it's the same thing as Nissa. It's just to tour ability, it's just not relevant. The only deck against which I've ever where it was the right play basically. Because a lot of times, you're just short of mana. You packed for a Titan, you packed for a tracker because you're losing the game, right? So you need a dude, and you want to get like some value. You want your summoners pack to at least trade with one or two cards of theirs. But but the only matchup in which I actually have actively wanted to pack for tracker was against Lantern, and Lantern is just not a deck anymore. I have not seen Lantern since the Pro Tour. It won the PT, and then people just stopped playing it, which is really funny. Um, I don't know the reason why, honestly, because it's a pretty sweet deck against a deck that I would definitely play if I could, and Mox Opals weren't absurdly expensive. But anyway, wrapping up. Still not sure about the tracker. Again, it could be another Explorer, it could be an Isa, it could be, whatever you want, basically. And still don't know about the Tormod script, but again, I have not had the experience of playing against the deck where Tormod script it's actually good. So I'm still giving it the benefit of the doubt. Punt then Wine speaks wonders of Tormod script all the time, so that's why I'm giving it a shot. It was also in the GP top 8 list, so that's why it's here, and I'm trying it out. But I'm still not convinced. And Bailoffs were actually good. This league. Against John, they were insane, and against Hollow One, we didn't get to cast them, so that's not relevant. But still, they are pretty good against Hollow One anyway. But anyway, thanks to all the people who watched. Let me know. You can send me a what do you call it? Whisper, is that what you call Twitch notifications? Send me a message on Twitch or anything if you have any questions about the deck or anything like that. And I don't think I will be streaming tomorrow, or I don't think I'll be able to the rest of the week, but I might be doing some streaming next week, because I need to go to San Diego earlier, and over there in my parents' house the internet sucks. So I don't think I'll be able to. But if you want to, hit me up in the Discord channel. There's the Amulet Discord. That if anybody's interested in joining, it's let me know as well, and I can send you a link. And yep, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.